Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be looking at the top performing endless dream realm teams for the Crystal Beetle boss. The top team right now is using Talene, however there's a team without Talene which I'm using, which is getting really similar damage to the Talene team. So we'll show that after the Talene replay. And then there's even a team not using Phraesto and not using Talene if you want to go for that, which we'll show as kind of like the final one. But again, Phraesto is dominating in this endless boss, but Talene is also pretty usable in the Crystal Beetle boss. So we're going to lead it off by taking a look at All Great Gamer's replay using the Talene team. And he managed to get over or around about 57 billion damage, which is pretty crazy. And the resonating level of his heroes are all 781 across the board. Okay, great. So with the resonating spell, and we'll just take a look, we'll go jump into the replay, and then we can take a look briefly at the formation here. Okay, so the Talene is all the way in the back with the resonating spell, and has a damage reduction buff from the Phraesto illusion. The main Phraesto is going to be buffing up, I believe it was Mikola, and that is usually the case to allow her to cast her Courage Sphere more quickly for your team. And Lily May here for the damage, and Smokey is always going to be positioned off to the sides in the Crystal Beetle boss, just like with Orson, because the Crystal Beetle will knock up your team in a 3-tile wide attack, and it will not hit Smokey if he's on the far left or far right, so you want to have him here. Resonating spell with Talene, it will allow her to charge up her energy faster, to begin casting her ultimate quicker, and also give her the attack buff and the immunity, like right there. She had the immunity from the resonating spell, which meant that the knockup didn't apply to Talene. And now it will probably apply to her on the next knockup, but then she can quickly charge up her energy with the resonating spell, and she can just cast again. But there, that was pretty perfect. She's not getting knocked up. Okay, so the Phraestos are all up in the front, dealing as much damage as possible. Mikola is buffing up both Phraesto and Phraesto's illusion, and also is buffing up Lily May here, which is really important to maximize your damage. Talene is not getting interrupted at all. That is really interesting. I mean, like, the resonating spell only lasts for 6 seconds, the effect of being immune. Is she in a position that is not knock-upable? I have no idea. But anyway, this is working out perfectly. So no wonder Talene is so good for this boss. She doesn't get knocked up at all. She can continuously cast her ultimate. And not to mention, in this boss fight, the mist will charge up your energy faster, which is good for mages. And it increases magical damage dealt. So Talene is pretty much perfectly made for this Crystal Beetle boss. So up to around about 55 billion damage right now. And the Phraesto is just consistently getting off their damage. The other good thing is that the Combat Fury from Mikola is going to be on Talene herself and the two Phraestos, and all together, all of them are going to be burning the boss because he's an adjacent enemy every second. And if we take a look at the damage, still Mikola actually didn't deal that much, so the Combat Fury didn't count for much, but Talene did a lot of damage. Like even double the damage of Lily May, which Lily May is like the queen of the endless mode, and Talene is out damaging her for this boss. Phraesto is just amazing. And even though he's not going to have any mythic magic charms to boost his damage, his kit alone is enough to make him a beast in the Dream Realm boss. So that was a really good score. Now we're going to take a look at the team that I ran. And we got almost 55 billion, as you can see, 54.7, 54.8 billion damage, again with 781 resonating level across the board, and this is going to be the formation used, shared by someone from the Vietnam server. Okay, so we have the main Phraesto in front of the Mikola. Again, you want her to cast Courage Sphere as quickly as you can. Rainier debuff to increase the damage the boss will take. Lily May going to be powered up with the Rainier charms as well as the position swap. And again, Smokey all the way off to the side. So this team is very similar to the team we just saw, but basically rather than Talene, you're using Rainier and Lily May as your major source of damage. And as you can tell here, Phraesto dealing over 18 billion, Lily May dealing over 25 billion, and then Smokey also dealing a good chunk of damage as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at this replay. Okay. So Lily May gets position swapped to the front, and with that energy boost from the Phraesto, look at this, Mikola already just a few seconds into the match casting her Courier Sphere, and this is going to buff up both the two Phraestos and the Lily May, and that's all you want. Your damage in this team is just coming from Lily May and the Phraestos, and by giving the Phraestos haste, it allows them to cast their skills more frequently, and the skills of Phraesto deal that HP per second, percentage HP per second damage to the boss, and that is what allows the damage to be so high from Phraesto. So haste is so perfect for him as a stat. And already blue orb Smokey coming off. We can go ahead and watch this in 3x speed. Or actually no, let's watch it. I wish they had the 2x speed mode option as well, because 3x speed things go just way too fast. You can't really pay much attention to what's going on. So Lily May with the resonating spell, I don't know, like, the thing is, resonating spell is still just such a strong artifact in this season, but Lily May, the problem is she could be getting so much more value off this artifact if she could just keep casting her ultimate whenever she wants. But she can only cast her ultimate after a previous one triggers, and that will only trigger when the boss uses his ultimate, and the boss charges up the energy way slower than Lily May could charge it up. So, but still, resonating is the best option. We've tried different artifacts for this specific boss, and none of them compare to the resonating spell for it. I think it's also because you get the haste and attack, you get a nice stat distribution just on the artifact itself. And whenever you do cast your ultimate with Lily May, you get that 35% attack boost, which is really big. I was pretty amazed, honestly, that this team managed to get so much damage, like coming really close to the Talene team. It's pretty crazy, honestly. Like, I was expecting my top damage for the day to be like 51 billion, maybe 51.5. But we're coming really close to Talene with this. It could have been that we had a lucky run, and it will also depend on your crits that you land in the run, because the positioning is going to be pretty much the same in every run you do, so it'll just come down to the crits. Okay, 54.8 billion damage, very good score. Okay, now moving on to the next team, which is right now considered to be the best option if you have no Phraesto and if you have no Talene, of course. And that team is going to be this one. So it got 10 billion less damage, but I mean, that's what is to be expected. Like, if you're not running Phraesto, you can try that previous team we just showed you, and you can use it even if you have one copy Epic Phraesto or Legendary Plus Phraesto. It should probably still be the best option for you. But if you have no Phraesto at all, then you can try this team. Resonating spell on the OD. He actually gets off quite a lot of damage, and yeah, if you're running OD makes better use of Resonating spell than Lily May, because he's able to cast his ultimate, like, he can keep cycling it. Whereas Lily May, like we mentioned, the problem is she has to wait until the enemy casts the ultimate before she can actually proc hers. So in this position, the maximum power is given to the Lily May. However, I wonder whether just position swapping the OD to the front might be better, because then he could at least get the benefit of the haste buff from Mikola, because right now he's not in the range to receive that. It's just Lily May. But people must have done the testing on this one and found out that Lily May being swapped is still higher damage, because that attack buff from Lily May is still pretty big. However, yeah, and you would want the resonating spell, so you would have to give up on the attack charm bonus onto Lily May as well from Rainier if you wanted to position swap OD and also give him a resonating spell. Because if you had, for example, Rainier off to the side and Lily May behind Rainier, then Lily May would be getting the resonating spell instead of OD. And it seems that OD makes better use of it. But you know, I'm interested. I'm going to try this team again with Lily May in the back with resonating spell and position swapping OD to the front. Because I think that should be able to work in this comp. Don't see why not. Again, Smokey off to the side, that's important. Now, if you don't have Mikola, then I would replace her for this team, probably replace her with Phraesto. But if you didn't want to use Phraesto either, then I'm not actually sure what, maybe Elsa. Elsa would probably be the best option. She deals pretty good damage in the Crystal Beetle boss. So definitely something you could try. And with Elsa, usually Tide Call spell is pretty nice, but I think for this boss, Resonating spell is the best option. So we can just move it to 3x speed, and then we can go ahead and do a 3x speed run using the different formation like I just was mentioning right now. Okay, 2 seconds left. And that is ding ding ding, timer up. Okay, so 44.4 billion damage, and we saw the damage chart already. Let's go ahead and spend some of our gold. Okay, we're gonna try the same thing. However, we're gonna do it like this. Yeah. And give the resonating spell to Lily May. And let's see what happens. Basically, I mean, why not have the mikola up front, maybe? Mikola up front and have the Lily May running from the back. I want the Lily May to run from here. How about this? I'm gonna try this. Maybe it's gonna end up going badly, but I feel like this should be pretty good. Mikola will run up to the front. I just want Lily May to be buffed up by the Mikola. Oh, is she just out of range here? Or is she getting buffed? I can't actually tell. I think she is getting buffed. Okay, it looks like she's in the perfect range. Now, it's just a question of, will the boss be able to knock up? He's not knocking up the Smokey. So I think this is pretty, maybe optimal positioning because everyone's getting buffed by the Courage Sphere, OD, Mikola, and Lily May. Like, I would imagine this should just get higher damage than the previous team we tried, or we showed. But I guess it's also dependent on the mechanics of this boss. Yeah, it's not dealing that much damage, honestly. I guess Odie just makes a better use of the resonating spell compared to Lily May. She is getting buffed up by the Curse Sphere, right? Yeah, so the previous team is better. Maybe you could try some different rearrangements here, but it does seem like the previous one is better. Maybe you could also try Arcane Spell, different things. However, overall, I feel like the first 3 teams that we showed, those are going to be the best teams you can try. And that is pretty much going to be it for this Endless boss. As of right now, those are the top performing teams. So good luck trying these teams and getting a high score for your Dream Realm ranking. And if you don't have Phraesto, even if you can get him to Legendary Plus, that's a pretty big stat boost for him. And then after that point, upgrading him to Mythic Plus would be the next big upgrade, but that takes another 4 copies. So you can begin working on Phraesto even now, and if you even get him to Legendary Plus, he will be useful for you in these Dream Realm bosses, Endless teams. So I do recommend doing that. Because anyway, Phraesto eventually will be a priority on your account to take all the way to Supreme Plus eventually, for AFK stage pushing as well. He's a really important hero. And also the fact that most of the season is actually going to be in Endless bosses, like we have 3 months left of the season at least. Phraesto is going to give you more value than heroes which do better in pre-Endless Dream Realm, for example, because Phraesto is not used in pre-Endless. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. You can also join my AFK Journey Discord, where we share these team comps in our Dream Realm chats. And there's chats about all the different game modes. You can also at me in the server and ask me any questions that you might have. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. And the link to my AFK Journey Discord server is in the description of this video. But I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now. And good luck on getting a high score for the Crystal Beetle boss today.